Hi everyone, it's me, Dr. Stacy Betancourt, with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. And today we're going to talk about something that might be a little controversial, but it's talking about eliminating the unwanted. Now, yesterday I took a break from unpacking because we're still settling in, and I went out into the yard to do some work where we live. And there had been a little bit of neglect, so the weeds were starting to take over. And I went out to attack those weeds, digging them up to reach the roots, then pulling the weed out and discarding it. It became an easy pattern that I allowed myself to drift into an easy dig, isolate, pull, dispose. And I began to think about relationships. How sometimes people come into your life and those relationships are good for us. They bring us something that we've been missing. We can easily share our gifts, and it's a very mutual relationship. But there are other times when someone comes into your life and it seems to be a little different. For example, when you are with someone that you equally share an interactive friendship, it's like sun to the flowers. The flowers need sun and other elements to grow. And while that's true, it is also true of the fact that weeds need the same conditions, but they spread and they attempt to rob the flowers of those elements that's needed. So it becomes a competition. There are times when people come into your life that truly rob you of the elements that you need to bloom, just like the flowers. Now, relationships can be like that in the idea that if they're negative people can invade our lives, robbing us of our peace. And we've all had them. And so the question is do you have someone currently in your life that's robbing you of your sunshine? Think about it. What I'm suggesting within this imagery is the idea that no one should be robbing you of your sunshine. Now, don't surround yourself with people who are invading your space and taking away your opportunities for happiness. That goes without saying. But there's the other aspect of that too. And I'm not suggesting that you have to eliminate everybody from your life because, sometimes the obscure is actually really beneficial for us. But what I'm suggesting here is that you have to be realistic. And if there are people in your life that are robbing you of happiness and leaving you sad or overburdened, then it kind of leaves you to question, what am I getting out of this relationship? You're right. And so the idea then becomes, what do you do? So looking into other people, we usually gravitate toward people that are, have a like mind, or they bring something that complements you. Maybe you're very shy and they're very outgoing and you love that about them. It's interactive. And the thing is if you can't think of anything that the other person brings, well, then it might be time to consider pulling that weed out in order to allow yourself some sunshine. Because face it, life can be very short. It can be overwhelming. And the idea is the more people we have and surround ourselves where we can interactively share with each other, then that's the goal. If you are surrounded by people that continually take from you, then it might be time to consider your list of friends. So while we can expect life to have challenges and lessons to be learned, you deserve to have balance. And if you do not have the balance right now, maybe it's time to get into the garden. What do you think? This is not saying that you have to eliminate every single person from your life. But quite frankly, if you're not getting the fulfillment and you're not getting an equal connection, then maybe it's something to think about. So let me know your thoughts. And do remember, and this may sound odd to say, you can still treat those people with grace. And even if you don't agree with some of the things that they're doing, but they still provide something that you need, then that's okay. But always treat them with grace. Treat yourself with grace. And remember that everyone is on a journey, and maybe they're not there yet, but they might get there. And that's it. So I wish you all a great week. Please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And that's it. Thank you for watching another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy, and I will see you next week. Take care.